Good day. We are in the middle of week 2, and you have your first case analysis due on April the 2nd. You have several days still to work on it, but I thought it probably would be a good idea to visit with you by YouTube to just explain a little bit more about case analysis so you do really good work on that first case. Be sure to watch the PowerPoint provided for you on course information on how to write up cases. When you are doing your case analysis and write-up, situation audit needs to be a simple summary style statement of what this case is about. From the case detail, you summarize, you paraphrase into a short form for the benefit of your reader or listener, and identify the elements of who you are, where we are, who are the players, and what's the mess you're in. Your problem statement situation audit needs to grow out of that case detail. Be sure and include SWOT analysis. That's simply the most powerful tool that I know to make sure you don't overlook any element of your problem solving. Make yourself identify the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, the other parts of SWOT. Problem statement is the most critical part of case analysis, in my opinion, because if you don't do the problem statement correctly, there's just no way the rest of the case can be what it needs to be. So do your best work, your hardest thinking, your clearest thinking on formulating a problem statement that is very short, one sentence, maybe two. If it takes you a whole paragraph or a half sheet of paper to explain the problem, you don't understand the problem. You've not worked enough. And so work on it, work on it, work on it. Don't go past problem statement until you solve this. Don't try to solve the case until you identify the one and only one problem that this case is about and which the rest of the case sets out to solve. So look at the sample case that I've provided you on course information. It's a pretty good example. Do not put your problem statement in question form. You will see that in the sample paper that's what was done. And I did that to make a point. Your problem statement needs to be declaratory. It needs to be in statement form, not interrogative, not question. Once you've identified that problem, then the alternatives grow right out of the problem statement. And each alternative has to be a possible, viable, reasonable solution to the problem that you've identified. Use brainstorming and don't try to judge at this point which is best. Write down the alternatives. It may be that the wildest, most off-the-wall idea you come up with may be the very one you need. Move to critical issues and identify 2 or 3 or maybe 4 simple things like cost, legal aspects, profitability, conscience in ethical cases. Many examples are given to you in the PowerPoint, but identify what those are and then use the same set of critical issues methodically and consistently to evaluate each of your alternatives. Be careful not to change the critical issues from alternative to alternative to alternative. For you to determine the relative value of each alternative, you must evaluate them exactly the same way. So the critical issues don't change as you move from alternative to alternative to alternative. By all means, use the weighting chart, which will show you numerically how you are thinking, which one you're thinking might be the best. It's a very powerful tool. And then resolve this case by choosing one alternative and move that alternative to your recommendation. Own the recommendation. If you're the CEO, then you are the CEO saying, this is what I'm going to do. And write it in first person, personal terms. I intend to do this as CEO or HR director or whatever your role is in case analysis. Use the PowerPoint, use this YouTube explanation, and if you bog down, if you hit a point struggling with case analysis that you need help, by all means email me, and I'll do my best to get you unstuck. So let's see some good case write-up and turn those in by April the 2nd. Thank you very much.